narrative, the easy thing for me to do would have been to jump on the bandwagon against it. But the truth is the most important issue, and the truth is the most important point. And that's why a lot of the people who watch my journalism trust me in what I'm saying. So if I make a video, they trust what I'm saying. They believe in what I'm saying. The level of distrust now in British media is at an all-time high. No one trusts them. The thing is, it's like they don't realise, it's like they've got a terminal illness. They're dying and they don't even realise it.
Do you think that some people are getting fed up with some of the anti-Western ideologies that are spreading throughout certain Western countries? Take a look at this clip with Tommy Robinson talking about what's going on in Britain. A lot of people seem to be fed up with some of the political parties and worldviews that are becoming more prevalent. So take a look at what he says over here in this interview, and then we'll talk about it. But first, hit that subscribe button over there in the corner. We'd love to stay in touch. Check this out.
I don't know if you come into London or not. We are going to have the biggest patriotic rally and free speech festival Europe has ever seen. I mean, it's going to, the numbers that come are going to shock they're going to shock the establishment. They're going to shock them that we control ourselves now. We are family-friendly events. They're beautiful events. They're a moment. Do you know, I don't know if it's happening in Australia like it is here. We've been made to feel ashamed of who we are. We haven't been able to celebrate our identity or our culture. We've been under immense attack. An attack that is focused on the family, an attack that is focused on masculinity, an attack that is supposed to break us down. Now, what we've seen in the UK, and that's why I think London, the whole world should be watching London on 13th September, because we're going to stick our two fingers straight back up at that establishment and say, we are coming together, we are mobilising, I've matured, yeah? I'm a very different man to 25. I'm now 42. As you said, I don't want to blow my own trumpet, I'm a brilliant journalist. I investigate. And if it doesn't fit my narrative, I've done one story called The Phantom Gang, where I went to look for this Muslim gang who had been raping a girl. And I found out very quickly the girl was lying. And then I was the one that told the story to clear the lad's name. I become very good friends, actually, with the lad's name was Mo. I become good friends with him because I felt broken for the man and his family because of false accusations that were being labelled against him. And although it would have fitted my narrative, the easy thing for me to do would have been to jump on the bandwagon against him. But the truth is the most important issue, and the truth is the most important point. And that's why a lot of the people who watch my journalism trust me in what I'm saying. So if I make a video, they trust what I'm saying. They believe in what I'm saying. The level of distrust now in British media is at an all-time high. No one trusts them. The thing is, it's like they don't realise, it's like they've got a terminal illness. They're dying and they don't even realise it. No one cares about what you say anymore. You want to call me a racist? No one gives a shit. We don't care. No, the public don't care. And I see the reaction I now receive everywhere I go. And I can see there has been a mass awakening. And it's now coming from, I just said I was in Fulham yesterday, a really posh area of London. And I had a woman just like, oh my God, I've cancelled my holiday with my husband. We're coming on December. The normal people, I went, my mum, just tables full of women. We're all coming, Tommy. We're all coming. Britain is a breaking point. I believe there's a political revolution growing right now. And I want to play my role in it. And it must hurt the establishment. It must hurt the media to know that all the money they've had, everything they've had to try and discredit, slander and destroy us. And right now, just coming out of prison after 7-month sentence, we are stronger than ever before. We have a louder voice than ever before. And people are listening. People are fed up. You know, the other thing, our movement, we welcome everyone. I want to unify this country. I want to unify everyone against the establishment, against Islamic takeover of this country, against the demographic replacement. And yeah, as I said, September 13th, anyone who's watching.
Tommy, is this, I mean, I've got 10 years on you, and I know at 51, I've grown up as well, and you're going to grow more going forward. Do you have political ambition or not? Because I could see you doing that job.
Yeah, I did. I would rather, I think my skill is in my journalism, and my skill is in waking people up and making them think and changing their minds. I've never wanted to, and I've said this multiple times because there was an issue in Nigel Farage kept saying, Tommy Robinson, we don't want him to join Reform. I was like, I'm not asked to join Reform. What are you talking about? I want to be part of a cultural movement, and I want to wake people up and bring them together. I want to give them a sense of identity, and I want to direct them, educate them and highlight issues. You can do the politics. Other people, I now look at, there's a new party now, because unfortunately Nigel Farage has made comments about we have to prepare for the Islamic demographic by 2050. We have to with Islam. We cannot alienate Islam. It's like he's already holding up the white flag because the demographic statistics show the power that Islam. From my point of view, we have to do everything we can to stop that. We can't let it get to that point. Yeah? I'm not ready to wave a white flag. There's 1,000 years of English Christian history in this country. We're not giving it away in 60 years because we're cowards. You might be willing to do that. We're not. The British public, every real red-blooded male in this country, ain't going to let that happen. We're awake. We might have been asleep. There's the lines are awakening in Britain. Trust me. Yeah, and everyone's going to see that. And Nigel will have to cotton onto that as well. Nigel seems to be preparing to surrender. We do that. I think a political force is going to be needed. There's a new called Advance, a gentleman called Ben Habib, who's formed. I look at them and see that. Nigel sits there comfortably at a minute. The whole country's fed up with the Uni Party, with Labour and Conservatives. In steps Nigel Farage. He's not bothered about demographic replacement, said he's not going to do mass deportations, but this country's primed for a political revolution. The populist movement in this country want mass deportations. Mass deportations weren't even being spoke about 2 years ago. Look at it now. Everyone's the Overton window has shifted so fast, so quick. And I always remember saying that that's coming from left to right, it's going to be unstoppable. When you know all the people, I used to have people, Islam, they'd whisper, yeah? People weren't comfortable talking about it. When that bubble bursts, yeah, and all those people who have been silenced and scared to talk, when they realise the floodgates open and everyone's now speaking their mind openly, that is the answer to this, is the most free speech we've ever had. We need to speak openly. And when that happens, and the celebrities jumping ship, which they already are, the commentators, people are now coming on board. The amount, this was a lonely place, Adam, 10 years ago. No one was talking.
100%, 100%.
Look at it now. It's not lonely anymore.
Tommy, you're describing. I mean, I know I get DMs every day from Australians that there's this silent majority, and you can just feel
Wait till
it.
that bubble bursts, mate. That bubble's going to burst. It's bursting right now in Britain. I'm telling you, you will look back. Everyone's going to look back in the next 24 months in this country and realise, shit, the bubble burst. The cat's out of the bag. You ain't putting it back in. We're awake. We're fed up. You're not replacing us. Okay? We're not going away. You thought Keir Starmer tried to put fear into the entire British public by locking people up, by locking me up, by locking Lucy Connolly up, a mother, 31 months, for a few comments on Facebook, for locking people up for nothing. That was meant to scare the public. We then held a demonstration a month after that, on the 26th of October, 200,000 people. These figures are unheard of in British nationalist movements. So many people on the street. As I said, I'm looking forward to September 13th. They ain't going to know what hit. And the thing that causes them the most worry is we're controlling ourselves. You're not going to decide who we are. We're not hooligans. Yeah, you're not painting us as hooligans. Yeah, we're young men, or we're men, and we're masculine, and we're not going to back down. We're not coming. The police are not our enemy. Yeah, we decide. We now bring a party atmosphere. I just tell people, bring your smiles and bring your flags, lads. We're coming to party. We're going to party in our capital city on September 13th. We're going to have a wonderful day. We've got gospel church bands. We've got singers coming over from Canada. We've got people coming from all over the world. Jordan Peterson is talking at our event. Again, we're now attracting mainstream heavyweights in free speech are coming to London. And they're coming because of the impeccable behaviour of our supporters in the last 3 demonstrations. This is not, if I thought the solution was to go and get angry on the streets, I don't think that's the solution. The solution is to win the hearts and minds of the British public. And we're winning the hearts and minds. We're winning them. The government have lost them.
There are a few differences between patriotism and nationalism. Patriotism is the appreciation, the love, the adoration of one's country because of the values that it possesses. So it's a treasuring, it's a love of your country in and of itself for the sake of the values and ideas that it represents. You appreciate, for example, if you're an American patriot, you appreciate the foundations, what America was founded upon, the freedoms that we live, the freedoms that we share, the freedoms that we want everyone around the world to have. That patriotism is one aspect, one animal. Then there's nationalism. Nationalism has a more sort of exclusive ideology that not only am I loving my country, I think my country is the best and it's the only and it's better than everybody else. and not necessarily based solely on the values, but based on a variety of other factors as well. It's the best because it's the best, and I think it's probably in everyone's best interest to stick with the patriotism, because nationalism can lead to some undesirable locations as well. A person should treasure the country. If you are living in a country that is a Western country and has done so much for this world, Western society has created the freest and most prosperous living that planet Earth has ever had in the history of civilization. That is something to be proud of. It is something that is based on Judeo-Christian values, the Hebrew Bible values, as I like to call them. And so that's something that we should be proud of. We should want to champion. We should want to promote. We should want everyone around the world to be an example in that regard. But we can sometimes cross a line into nationalism in an unhealthy way, and we need to be aware of that and avoid that. I certainly hear where Tommy Robinson is coming from, that a lot of people are frustrated, are aggravated even, feeling that their politicians are not really representing who they are. They're not maintaining the values, the ideologies, the culture, everything that the country that they're in is based on, whether we're talking about England and Australia, like we're discussed in this podcast, or in the United States or other Western countries as well. The solution shouldn't be, okay, therefore become an extremist nationalist, whatever that might mean, but an unhealthy expression of that. It should be a renewal of the love and the values in which the country is based upon, and wanting that other people should be able to have access to that and be inspired by that and transform because of that as well. So I appreciate the sentiment of people waking up and sort of understanding the idea, but we want to guide it and make sure it continues in a good direction, rather than, God forbid, go in an incorrect direction, lead to places that are not desirable. And if you like this content overall, hit that subscribe button over there in the corner. We'd love to stay in touch. Take care.